And we're back for continue of the NBA 2K14. In the last episode, you see earlier the Miami Heat defeat the Orlando Magic 9-4-9 in a close one. Jimmy Nelson 22 points, Glenn Davis 18, Oladipo 11, Boosie Beach Aflalo got 9, and here the Turtle got 8 points in the rest of the Orlando Magic. And then from the Miami Heat, you see LeBron James got 26 points, Dwayne Wade 22, Ray Allen 14, Chris Bosh 10, and the rest of the Miami Heat as the Miami Heat. And now to close out the series over the Orlando Magic and to move on to the second round. That is the second team on the Eastern Conference semifinals. As the second team secured the semifinal spot. So join with Dallas now in the Miami Heat. So now we're checking out the brackets. Only two teams are secured the second round. Dallas Mavericks swept the LA Clippers, and now the Miami Heat turned swept against the Orlando Magic. And coming up next, we're now moments away here. Game 4 is on from Baker's Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. This is gonna be a good one here in this game. As the 4 seed New York Knicks take on the 5 seed Indiana Pacers, with the Knicks lead this series 2-1 after lost the game 3 here in Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Kent, Carmelo Anthony, and J.R. Smith try the commanding 3-1 series, or will be the Pacers try to bounce back and even the series at 2-2. And here we go. So let's get started. And Joe, we're going to set in Kevin Harlan out here in Indy. Let's go!
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. The first round of the NBA playoffs continue as we take you east. It's going to be the New York Knicks up against the Indiana Pacers. 2K Sports presents the NBA.
It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Glad you could join us today. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And welcome to 2K Sports and the NBA. We'll see the New York Knicks facing the Indiana Pacers. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And as always, we'll be watching Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, even from his college days at Syracuse, Carmelo has always had the ability to step up in crunch time and more often than not, deliver. When the fourth quarter rolls around, he seems to take his game to another level.
Well, with the way that Melo is able to create his own shot, Steve, off the dribble or in the post, that makes him very valuable and dangerous, particularly in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's a guy that makes it really hard to defend him because he's so versatile.
Look at Indiana. Scratching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal now is just win this game and make it a best-of-3 series and gain the momentum back for yourselves. We already know they'll need to win at least one more game on the road, which is going to be tough enough. So win tonight, make your job a little bit easier.
Steve, it definitely would be a long shot. I mean, the stakes really could not be higher for him. We'll see how that pressure affects him.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. And stolen by Felton. Oh, and here comes Felton all alone. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Pacers on defense. It's a three-point game, and that one's good. Now let's find out what head coach Mike Woodson had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
A game like this is so often the pivotal game of the series because, as coach says, a win here gives them a 3-1 lead with 2 chances to finish it off at home. Needless to say, that will put them in a dominant position. Kevin, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Felton. Paul George making his last shot. Gets it to go.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
On the wing, Granger puts up a 3, and that one's good. Granger's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here is Smith, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Stoudemire. Anthony's got his first basket of the night.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
And George, here we go. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Felton with the ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Smith. Smith left side. Stoudemire kicks to Felton. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Here's West. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. Stevenson's checked in for Paul George. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
Felton sets a screen for Smith. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Chandler throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then... First to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game. Potential momentum builders.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too. He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Felton against Hill. Granger. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Danny Granger.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Here's Smith. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Johnson, the pass to Copeland. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that had the most blocks during the regular season. Number 1, the Pacers.
You know, they've been dominant thanks to their length and strength and concentration on blocking shots. They knocked a few balls practically out of the arena this season and hope to do the same here in the postseason. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, you should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we got one here tonight.
109 left to play in the first. Here is Brihion. He's covered by Watson. World Peace dishes to Brihion. Back to World Peace. And it's blocked by Mahmoud. Here's Johnson. Back Flies through traffic and lays it in. Johnson's got his first bucket of the night. They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly and get 2 possessions out of this.
Now here's Shumpert. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And that one's good. Indiana's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points run up from outside here in the first. Watson gets a screen from Mahinmi. Watson kicks to Mahinmi. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Here's Brihione. He's covered by Watson. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Outside for world peace. Outside Shumpert. And again, New York with the triple. He got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. New York ahead, leading by a point. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
First round of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Live next Sunday night.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Indiana's gone 3 or 4 from long range in the game. They've got Hill. Mahinmi is out there with Scope. Then there's Orlando Johnson. And it's Watson in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Pass to Johnson. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Indiana. Outside Hardaway. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
And here's Watson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Watson gets to Hardaway. The dish to world peace. Feeds to Watson. And again, New York with the triple.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Johnson outside. He passes to Watson. A free ball. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got 3 assists tonight.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Watson gets a screen from Mahinmi. Watson kicks to Mahinmi. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. A different look for New York. Tipped away. Hardaway with the steal. Tough to finish it off. Beauty.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
George, that's a two-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. New York's gone along perfectly from three-point line shot. They've gone 5 for 5. Chandler with a screen for Anthony. He dishes it to Hardaway. And again, New York with the triple.
It was a slow start for him. He started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
And George kicks to Granger. And Indiana, another three.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
New York's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Here's Hardaway.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Crosby had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And that one's good, Anthony.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And on your screen now are the steal leaders from the small forward spot during the regular season. A very strong defensive group, to say the least. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
And this set of guys can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kick that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those skills have come from everywhere.
The Knicks making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Felton the pass to Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 10 points. Points for J.R. Smith. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. This is a competitive matchup.
Felton kicks to Stoudemire. Takes the 13-footer, and again, it's New York.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Up off the screen, and the step by West.
Well, the pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them. A few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
New York's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Here's Shumpert. Right through the D for the layup. Shumpert's got 7.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Now, here's Stevenson. He's covered by Felton. Shot clock at 5. Stevenson dishes to Hill. Granger inside the line. And again, it's Indiana converting. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. Felton against Hill. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks hit it again from deep. It's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Knicks lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the third quarter. But right now, it's time for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. A tight one for the Knicks up against the Indiana Pacers. A win today would give them a commanding lead in this series. A nice contribution by Raymond Felton. He's given his team a lift. At the break, 11 points and some nice plays offensively, getting the assists going. And no shortage of desire from the Pacers side of things. They're scoring with confidence, shooting with an excellent percentage. Some terrific basketball out of Danny Granger. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. Thanks so much for joining me here in studio. The second half action is coming right up. We hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome. Back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. What a game we're seeing from Raymond Felton.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler will front line. The guards, Ray Felton and J.R. Smith. Here's George. That's good. George has got 5 points now this quarter. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run? Here, we'll see.
Indiana's gotten all but one of their three-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far, and the shot is good.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Felton kicks to Anthony. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing him do. But he hasn't had his usual impact offensively. I'll tell you what, he needs more touches.
That one goes. Come. That's 12 points for Hill.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
To the inside, and it's Granger with the jam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Felton against Hill. Outside, Felton. Here's Stoudemire. Banked in off the glass. Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams were the best in the charity stripe in the regular season. The Pacers in 5th.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, when you have numbers like this from the line, your coach is not only satisfied, but he's confident. Sure, there are some guys whose numbers help offset the weaker shooters, but overall, this has been a solid team from the line.
And the best it could. And that's now 9 points for David West.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
Felton kicks to Smith. Chandler with the screen on George. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
I think they've got to keep getting him the ball. When he's going like that, he's in his zone right now. Perfect from the field. You've got to continue to milk the hot hand.
Dishes it to Hill. Passes it to Hibbert. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. For the Knicks, Chris Copeland comes in for Danny Granger. Lance Stevenson subbed in for George Hill.
Their whole defense is better just with him being out there, Kevin. His ability to know exactly what's going on, to communicate, to be in the right position. And he's a great example for his teammates to follow.
You know, the thing he might do better than anything else, guys, is bang the offensive glass. I mean, he really works hard at that.
Here's Shumpert. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
From deep, Stevenson gets it to go. Stevenson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Felton off the pick from Martin. Here's Prigioni, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot out.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
And Copeland kicks to Stevenson. And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Oh, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Felton the pass to Prigioni. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Prigioni's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
George against Felton. Fades and shoots. A nice shot by George. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Felton dishes to Prigioni. Back to Felton. There's the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Felton has got 14.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D is all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space. This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
And stolen by Hibbert. By himself. Finishes the break with a slam.
Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And so they foul intentionally.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bargnani has checked in for Chandler. Stoudemire comes in for Kenyon Martin. Meta World Peace, he's checked in for Shumpert. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Pablo Prigioni.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Stevenson kicks to Hill. The pass to Stevenson. Johnson dishes to Watson. Back to Johnson. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got his 4th assist in this one. Got it up. Can't get it to go. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's the Pacers. They lead by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Western Conference, Round 1. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's the NBA next Sunday.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round one playoff matchup. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Knicks trailed by 6. At the 1 and 2, George Hill and Lance Stevenson. Danny Granger out there with Stoll. And it's Mahinmi in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Pacers 5.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Indiana leading by 3. George with the ball. Now Smith defending. And George kicks to Hill. Taken away by Felton. And now the Knicks on the break. And it's sent back by George. Bargnani passes to Felton. That's good.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots. Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
And New York making a change here. The free throw drops for Granger. Knicks trail by 4. Outside, Felton. Back to Stoudemire. West is there. From down low. And Stoudemire gets it to go.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Hill with it. Now Felton defending. George, that's a two-pointer. Off the left rim and out.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Felton against Hill. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Stoudemire kicks to Felton. Cranes the three-pointer. Felton has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, he's putting up big numbers in that three-point column, guys.
It's back to Hill. Indiana moving the ball over. Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by Hill. Hill's got his 8th assist in the game.
Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
Gets it to go.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
West setting the pick for Hill. Back to Hibbert. Outside Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Stevenson. And the Pacers another 3.
Those are starting to add up. With their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Felton goes in. Smith. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And that's 19 points for J.R. Smith. And the Pacers call time here. It came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
Yeah, guys, it was just their night. It seemed like they hit every shot they looked at.
Absolutely. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players eventually just infected everybody.
Paul George. He's checked in for Lance Stevenson. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now. Be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
Smith against George. Granger outside. And the Pacers another three.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its that's when he's at his very best.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 3. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .58 left to play here in the fourth. Felton dishes to Chandler. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Got sloppy. In a close game, you have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Pacers leading by 3. Here's George. Outside George. And that one's good. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
He's feeling a terrific percentage from the field.
Felton now talking. Hibbert with the puck. Down low. George. That is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
That free throw good for George. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Felton kicks to Stoudemire to stop the run. And Talbot goes, jamming that one home.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the... nice penetration, too. And you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. He's able to play well above the rim, but the execution really got him that look.
Now Hill. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. Hill. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. And the Pacers another 3.
Extending their lead. It feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him. Wow. Wow. What a great performance from him. He's hit 3 in each half.
Now, here is Hill. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. From about 19 feet. No good. Felton with some nice D. And the final break. Herbert. That is his first foul of the game. New York calls timeout. They're down by 6. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I think they have to go for a 3 right now, don't you, Clark?
Yeah, I don't think they have any choice but to go for the 3, Steve.
For New York, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Smith's shot is good.
They had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well done at the free throw line. I'll tell you what, that will make things a lot easier on them if they can continue to convert.
Anthony connects from downtown. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're up by 3. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. 2 shots. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
From deep 3-point range, off target. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Well, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching our coverage of the first round of the NBA playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We leave you now with our Jordan Player of the Game.
Another close game in our contest on a victory as the Indiana Pacers now even the series at 2-2 a game apiece here in Indianapolis. 103-98 as Paul George got 27 points, Danny Granger 22 points, and George Hill 14 and 10, and the rest of the Indiana Pacers. On the other hand, for the New York Knicks, Raymond Felton 24 points, J.R. Smith 21, Steinmeier and Carmelo 11, Sean Pert 10, Hardaway Jr. 9, and the rest of the New York Knicks as the Indiana Pacers will even this series at 2-2. So home team both same with Houston, Memphis, and New York, Indiana. All the home teams are won. Here's the bracket right now as two teams are secured the second round of the semifinal slot, the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat. And now we're going to game 4 tomorrow night, but to check out the presentation, it's checking the set and it's nothing to get there. So that will be wrap up here in game number 4 here in Bankers Life Fans as the Pacers win by 5, 103-98. And coming up next tomorrow, game 4 doubleheader once again will be played on TNT, featuring the 3-6 matchup in the Eastern Conference as the 6 seed Washington Wizards are now still lead the series 2-1 over the 3 seed Detroit Pistons. Can Josh Smith and Brandon Jennings trying to go for the even series for Detroit, tie the series at 2, or will be the Washington Wizards trying to get a commanding trade against the one led by John Wall and Randy Bill looking for a must win. So looking to get 3-1 edge as game 4 between the Detroit Pistons and the Washington Wizards from Verizon Center in Washington DC. Oh yeah. So and then followed by the second game here, Phillips Arena will be the Atlanta Hawks trying to go for the tie the series at 2, or it will be the 2 seed Chicago Bulls trying to go for a must-win. Bulls trying to get the commanding 3-1 edge. We'll find out here. Game 4, Derrick Rose against Paul Millsap. Bulls and the Hawks. So that was it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Pacers beat the Knicks by 5 here in Bankers Life Fails in Indy 103-98. This is Andre Kenshin say so long from Bankers Life Fails in Indianapolis. We'll see you tomorrow for game number 4 here from Variety Center in Phillips Arena, Detroit Pistons and Washington Wizards, followed by Chicago Bulls and Atlanta Hawks. And that's it. It's out and peace out. Good night. And reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for game 4 here from Verizon Center in Washington DC between the number 3 seed Detroit Pistons and the 6 seed Washington Wizards, with the Wizards lead the series 2-1. Followed by the second game here at Phillips Arena here in Atlanta for the number 2 seed Chicago Bulls take on the 7th seed Atlanta Hawks, with the Chicago Bulls still lead the series 2-1. And that's it once again. I'm out and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader in game 4. We'll wrap up. Peace. And thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Sign out and I'm out. Good night.